I'm probably a lot different to other athletes. I'm not as regimented and sort of in routine as most people. Obviously having 2 kids is pretty full on. So I sort of train when I can and it's all over the spot. But I don't know, I think the weirdest thing for me is I don't like warming up. I think that's my biggest thing. Yeah, I don't know why. I feel better not priming my body as much, which shouldn't make sense, but I just go straight out there and I feel like I'm doing my body a disservice if I do a big extensive warm up. I'll do a little shake out, like if it's like something complex like an overhead squat or a pistol or something where I do need to warm up physically. Like I'll do a little bit more, but I think like less is more for me in that regard. So like everyone jokes about it, that like Jake doesn't even warm up, but I physically like feel better from it. So it goes against every rule code of muscle activation. But yeah, that's my weird thing. I don't like long warm-ups. It's my brain. Yeah, well, I'm not mentally weak, but like I think physically, like I can keep going. Like it's just as soon as I like start to hurt, I need to start. Like that's always been like my weak point, is just mentally switching off. Like this is starting to suck. I could stop now, or just like go on a chalk bucket and lean over a chalk bucket a little bit. Like everyone has an ongoing joke about that, but like it's my brain. Yeah, like mentally I'm just like, this is hurting. Okay. And sometimes I struggle to push through that. Other dudes are just like physically no respect for their body. Yeah, longer workouts I struggle with because there's just so much head noise for them for me. Like I enjoy just a short punch, just get it done. But yeah, the longer ones, it's so much head noise for me, and that definitely is my weak point of my training. Funny enough, there's like a King Arthur workout that's just been announced for Torian, and it's like version 2, and we had version 1 in 2023. And I don't think I've ever had as much head noise in my life as I did in that workout, and they literally just put a V2 of it for Torian. It's like, yeah, I got so much PTSD right now, but anyway. Probably for me, tying back into the warming up side, like less is more is less. I think the guys that are going to the big stage and they're sort of going to the CrossFit Games, like they physically need to do more, because it's just a religion for most guys that are making the CrossFit Games. But I think in regards to as you become more timeful with work, kids, life, etc., I feel like quality over quantity is a big one, whereas it used to be like get as much training in as possible. Yeah. And now it's just, yeah, less is more. You actually feel better doing good quality work, but not as much. Rather a ton of work and really poor quality. Oh, simplest thing, just be like a carb, something just can quickly get injected straight into you. You just mix it up, you drink it, crack a tin, you're able to just drink it on the spot. Would be the biggest one for me. So I just sort of a during workout mix. So I'm able to drink something like that, keep me fueled throughout the workout. That'd be the biggest one. It is hard because then it's like that, and then you break down and what your body actually needs for sort of recovery and making sure your glycogen levels are up and everything. And then it's like, oh, you actually should be doing this. I think in this field of exercise, like it's tough if you don't fuel with carbs. I'm normally pre and during. There's the big ones. Pre, I like to carb up, just simple carbs, and then during, just making sure you're getting that ongoing steady flow of carbs. Obviously some workouts you can't, but lifting or doing stuff where you have got something you can have readily accessible, just having that during is a big one to make you keep fueling. Yeah, not necessarily, yeah. I think I try to aim for about 40 to 80, to be honest with most times, but I'm not a really big one on super duper measuring stuff. But I think if I'm getting that, at least 40 to 80 during, so pre, similar during, like I feel pretty but yeah, 100%. Yeah. So if you can have the carbs in and just the energy as such, it makes you want to exercise. It's like I always joke about the people that train at 5 a.m. in the morning. Yeah. And they come in on an empty stomach. Like, I just don't understand it. Like, at least have a banana or something, or smack something down pre that you can just have some sort of fuel. Oh yeah, and then in the ground is like, I think there's a combination, like it's literally been 2 Torian workouts previously. It was the King Arthur version 1, and then it was actually the year before that we did a massive endurance workout, and I'd never been on a salt runner before, and the workout started with 5k salt run, and just the head noise I had there was exponential. That went into a big long C2 bike, went into a row. It was like a 50-minute workout. My brain's connecting to my muscles being like, you are done, like you shouldn't be here right now. So it's been a long time since I've been in that spot, but it may happen again. Like for me, it's probably recovery. I'm pretty poor for that at the moment. Like I'm always a late night, stay up, I go to bed late, I'm up at 4:30 every day. So recovery is big for me, and also around sleep, mobility sort of thing. Yeah, so I think that's the biggest one for me at the moment. This next week, leading up to Torian, I'm just going to be getting as much sleep as I can, just for that reason. So recovery nutritionally is pretty good at the moment. It's just, yeah, getting those hours in the sleep. Just the feeling of it. I don't think there's any like better feeling than going out on Torian floor. And I haven't been out there for a few years, so I'm really keen to get out. But yeah, just the atmosphere, you walk out on the floor, it's just second to none. And I don't think any other comp that I've been to personally has been able to replicate how you feel when you do run out on the Torian floor. So I think I do it for that. Like I 2 boys now, and I do it for them too, and they'll be up in the stands, which will be so cool. So I saw that one more run when like the boys are young and they can understand it and that, so be good. I'm really keen for that. Yeah, it's just sort of this sort of improvement in yourself that you're able to do. If you go to those things and you see all the hard work that you put in to get to those things, like it all pays off in the end, and it feels really good. I think you just hit a plateau. Like if you don't have the carbs, you literally are just redlining the whole time. So your body's asking for something and you're not actually giving it what it needs. I think you're just fighting a losing battle, and you're just fighting fire with fire there. Like I think you're able to implement the carbs in, you give your body something to physically feed off, you're going to benefit more in the workouts. But if you're sitting there and you're just not giving it what it needs, I don't think you can expect to succeed or do well in a given sport. So the carbs just need to be there, readily accessible if they're not. I'm a big fan of like just the straight dextrose or maltodextrin, just implementing that in, just because it's such a simple sugar, it's a simple carb, it's able to be readily digested fast, and that's what you need. Like if you got a workout and you're having a carb that's not digested for over 30 minutes, like there's no real point in having it, but you're having something that can just be straight in the bloodstream, you're ready to go. Yeah, oats just there like more of a complex carb, and then give you that sustainable energy over time. So I sort of have that obviously to fuel yourself, and then when it does come closer to events, you start to switch into something like a simple carb, like a honey on toast, that sort of thing. But then you go into the supplement side of things, into the maltodextrin and sugars that give you that fast response. Yeah, salt's a big one. I used to be I used to cramp so much, and I started discovering, getting into salts, and I actually started to take salt tablets. Like they were that much salt and I was physically feeling sick, but I would never cramp. I think salt's a big one, and I'm actually like everything I eat, I'm putting salt on the salt, because I haven't cramped for a long time because that, and keeping your fluids up. I think, if you can crank salt in as much as you can in and around training, not only for muscle recovery, but I used to be a big fan of like magnesium and everything, and then I think my body started to become a little bit like retentive of it. Like I didn't really want to take it in as much, and then I've just always kept up the salt though for that reason, because I felt like that was the best. And my body responded the best from that, but the potassium and the magnesium, I didn't respond as well from it. Not for me personally. I know for some people they don't enjoy it as much, but for me personally, and from what I've heard, it's got such a big rap. Like I'm a massive fan of like soda water and everything, so it doesn't faze me at all, and it actually makes me want to drink it more. It's the way to go these days, like the carbonation and everything, and it's to crisp taste, like you crack a can, you're able to drink it, it tastes good at the time. It's not been sitting in a shaker for 4 hours beforehand. Like I think it's a lot easier drinking something that's been freshly canned, ready to drink, rather than something that you've mixed up and you've been having to sit out the floor for hours and you're having to reshake it and everything to make sure it's all still. So no, for me, there's a no-brainer. I used to be weirdly into because that was how I could get my caffeine. Yeah, so I wouldn't have Coke during, but like I'd have like a small Coke or a Pepsi like prior to. You're able to put that sugar straight in. Like some people frown upon it, but then other people are just like, it's the best thing. Me, not necessarily. I never used to respond well to beta-alanine, but I would just play around with doses for so long, and finally you'd figure out a dose that was like right for you. So if it was a 3 gram scoop, I might add half of that, and like I could just feel the edge of it coming in, but it wasn't like making me scratch all over. And I was always getting my timing wrong. Like I'd have it too early and I'd be itching, like sitting in the marshalling stands and everything, and you get out the floor and it'd be gone. We'd be like, oh. But then after I started to find timings, doses, like it was fine. Not necessarily. I think like I've always been a big one for like people who overdose on like BCAAs.
Okay.
Like branched chain amino acids. I think as a whole, like if they're just smashing BCAAs and not necessarily needing them for what they're doing, like they're not necessarily needing them, like they definitely have their time and place, but I think that supplement's very misunderstood in regards to who needs it, what it's used for. It's just like you gotta have protein, BCAAs, creatine, beta-alanine, like you gotta have that whole stack, and then it going in there, not even sweating in the gym, and it's like, it's not necessary for, I think it's just a very misunderstood supplement or supplements. So yeah, that'd be the big one for me.